Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari, because we did drop 2 new bags today because y'all, I'm recording this today and posting it today because we're gonna get there. But yeah, make sure you go ahead and shop the new bag. So we finally dropped our mustard tote bag, and it does come with the wallet. It's probably not in here because it's not in here because y'all, I wasn't just, but I used this bag. This has been my go-to. So yeah, we dropped the new mustard tote. Then we also did drop the metallic Brishari bag with the gold hardware. So yeah, go ahead and shop Brishari. And before we get into this video, y'all already know I gotta do my community spotlight of the week, because even though your girl was not posting, which I'm so sorry for that, y'all still been showing me some love. If you've been following me, if you follow me like on Twitter and on Instagram, I just want to say thank you guys so much, because I've been going through so much mentally. Y'all already know no matter what, I never go this long without posting. It's been like 2 weeks, I think. So y'all know it had to been something serious, but I've been going through so much mentally. I just haven't been in the right mind space. Also, I did move, as y'all can see. I'm trying to figure out what's the best area for me to record at. So I've been going through so much mentally. I haven't been there, and then I've been moving. It's just been a lot going on. So I'm sorry that I've been MIA, but y'all been really good with, like, you know, showing me love. So I want to thank everybody who reached out to me, made sure I was okay. You know, I just want to say thank you, because y'all, I really do appreciate it. Like, I really needed that, because I've been, yeah. But today, ooh, this little piece is gonna irritate me bad. But today I'm actually having a good day. I was like, y'all know I gotta jump on here for y'all. Okay, so we got our shout out of the week. We got Andrea Rochelle Life. Ooh, I love the new picture, because you've been here before. I love the new profile picture. Okay, we got Lux Skywalker, Miss CDB424, and we got DQ Tiny and Markeisha B575. Thank you guys so much for being my community spotlight of the week. I love you guys so much, and I just love y'all, period. My supporters, y'all really are amazing. But I know y'all probably like, girl, what the, by the caption, but let's get straight into this story time. Okay, so this video is titled, well, I think I'm gonna title it what I titled it, but freak off gone wrong. Hopefully YouTube don't flag that title. If they do, I'm gonna have to change it. But y'all, this, let me explain. Okay, so this story is an old story. It takes place back when I was dating Joe, and Alyssa, aka, if you know, you know, was a part of this, is in this story too. And Benzino with a no neck. And just for the people that's new, I'm not talking about like the real actual Benzino, because I'm 30 years old. Ain't no way this man would have been hanging out with me. I give people fake names. Okay, so let's go. So y'all, back when I was dating Joe, me and Alyssa, we was hanging out. I mean, I hung out with a lot of people around this time. Me and Toxic was really close, but at this particular time, we was not. But I was like close with a lot of my friends that I fell out with when I got older. I was close with a lot of them right now. I mean, at that time. But anyway, me and Alyssa was like super close. Anyway, me and Alyssa was hanging out, and I had went to her house for the weekend, because her mama would be tripping, because she'd be like, why you always want her to come to your house, but you don't never come up over here? First of all, y'all strict as hell over here. Second of all, y'all it be boring. It don't be nothing to do. At my house, we could go do whatever we want to do and have a time. So that's one reason. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, I don't mind having a chill weekend. And plus, if I go to her house, it would let her mama, like, it would make her mom be okay with her coming to mine more often. So I went to her house. We having a boring ass weekend. So we just taking pictures, putting it on Facebook. That's pretty much what we'll do. I always been like obsessed with taking pictures and stuff. So we was just taking so many pictures, just flooding it on Facebook, playing the versus game, you know. Well, like, you know, when they used to put put 2 different people pictures by each other and be like, who look better? We sending up to the little pages doing that. We on Uvu with ninjas. We just having like a little boring in the house weekend, but it was cool. So me and Alyssa's taking so many pictures, and Benzino has slid in my messages in my DMs and was just like, who is that? So I'm like, that's my friend. What's up? Mind you, at this time, me and Benzino was not beefing. Cause y'all know, if y'all remember, I told y'all me and Benzino was super close. Like, I knew Benzino before I even knew Joe, and for some odd ass reason, when I got with Joe, he started to hate me. I think kind of this story might be the reason why we stopped both liking each other, but he already was acting weird, and my dislike for him was very strong after this story. So anyway, he slid in my DM asking me who that was. I'm like, that's Alyssa. This is before he ever even messed with the girl that I named Lotion, aka Tasha. This before he even messed with her. Remember, I told y'all I was mad about that because he had messed with one of my friends before. this story. So anyway, he asked him who she is. I'm like, that's my girl, whatever. So he was like, oh, put me on. Like, basically, he want to talk to her. So I'm showing her his pictures, and I was like, yeah, this is my little friend or whatever, this Joe homeboy. So I'm just giving her the rundown. She's like, oh, I remember you told me about him. So she's like, he cute or whatever, like, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to tell him to add you, because I'm never finna send my friend to go add no niggas, because if you want her, you better chase her. So anyway, I said go add her. I told him he wouldn't add her, and he ain't say nothing. He just liking the pictures. They liking it back and forth. So me and Joe end up getting on the phone. I'm like, you with Benzino with the no name? Anyway, I'm like, you with Benzino? He like, yeah. I'm like, tell him to stop being weird and like hit her up. Like, why is he liking back and forth? She not about to hit him up, because she was like, should I DM him? I said, girl, no. So I'm like, tell him to hit her up. So he was like, all right, like, he was like, I could just put him on the phone, like, he literally right here. So I'm telling her, like, mind you, it's on speaker. So she like, because she don't want to get on the phone. So I'm like, no, just tell her, hit her up. I'm like, we finna hang up anyway, like, bye. So we get off the phone. He ended up hitting her up or whatever. And he just messaging her, like, telling her she beautiful. He want to get to know her. When she gonna come hang out at my house so we could go all link and do something. You know, just the whole little rundown, right? So she like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna come out there this week. I could come this week or this weekend, whatever, because it was summertime or whatever. So he's like, okay, the sooner the better. He was trying to get her to link that day. I'm like, boy, that ain't finna happen, because we know we're near. So anyway, long story short, they talking for a long time. Well, not a long time, probably like 2 weeks, because Alyssa mama was tripping, and she was like, no. We kept trying to get her to let Alyssa come to my house, and everything would be no. We coming up with the dumbest excuses. When I had friends with strict parents, I never just was like, oh, ask if you could come over. I make up the stupidest lies. And toxic mama used to fall for them motherfuckers a lot, because the fact that she thought we was out here performing places is weird, because why did you never come see us? We would be telling her we was in a girl group and that we was going to go perform, and she'd like, okay, have fun, y'all. Insane. So anyway, I knew I couldn't do that shit with Alyssa mama. So I was just like, okay, tell her this, tell her that. One weekend we had told her like, oh, Toxic was having like a welcome home party, which she actually was. One of her family members was coming back in town. They ain't been out here in a long time. So they was having a welcome home party. I told Alyssa mama that. She said, I don't even like Toxic. Y'all, it was just like, damn. So I found out the best way to go. So the best excuse was, y'all was waiting. I said, oh, I got the perfect excuse. Perfect excuse. I ended up going back to Alyssa's house, because I knew the only way I could do this plan is that I had to be in that lady's face, because I'm like, Alyssa, she ain't acting right. So I was at their house, we eating, I'm eating the food, I'm just eating it up, making it seem like this the best meal I ever had. Oh, this is so good, girl, you know how to cook. And I was like, do y'all know what Juneteenth is? Mind you, when I was younger, yeah, at this age probably too, which is sad. I didn't know until I was an adult that Juneteenth was an actual holiday and what it meant, because they didn't teach it in school to us. So I didn't know. I just thought Juneteenth was a celebration that we did at my grandma's church. It's sad to say that, but they did not teach us that. And yeah, when I have kids, most definitely I'm teaching them everything. But anyway, so I thought Juneteenth was just something that we did at my grandma's church. I didn't know what the reason was that we was having this big celebration. I did not know. So I was just like, oh, y'all know what Juneteenth is? I'm like, we have this thing. I was like, my grandma's church made up this thing called Juneteenth. So Alyssa mama looking at me like, bitch, they didn't make that shit up. So I'm like, they have this thing called Juneteenth that we do a celebration. And I was like, they're actually doing it this weekend. I was like, can Alyssa come? It's so fun. Like, it's just a good, fun church thing that my pastor made up. You know, I'm just telling her all this stuff. So she said, because now I think about it, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But you know what? No, because Juneteenth was never like a church service. Like, it was literally a carnival at the church. Like, we'll have jumpers and rides and like prizes. It was, yeah. So I'm sad to say, but I was uneducated. So I'm telling her, and Alyssa mama kind of looking at me like, the fuck? So mind you, Alyssa didn't know what it was either. So she was like, ooh, I never been to that. Like, I never heard of that either. She was like, so I want to go. So I was like, yeah, I think it's like a church thing, or my pastor made it up. I was like, but it's so fun. I was like, my grandma would love for us to go. And I did go up until they stopped doing it for well, not up until, but for a very long time. But I was like, yeah, it would be so fun. Like, my cousins is gonna come. Like, it's just basically a tradition. Like, we really do it. I'm like, Alyssa, you should come one year. That would be so fun. I'm like, maybe next year, because I don't think you'd be able to come this year. So her mom was like, when is it? I'm thinking like, oh, I hope she don't say she want to go. So she was like, I'm like, it's gonna be this weekend. Like, they gonna do it on Saturday. So she was like, oh, okay, Saturday, that sounds fun. She started asking Alyssa younger siblings if they wanted to go. Girl, but they was like, no, they didn't want to go. So she was just like, okay, like, Alyssa, yeah, you could go, that'd be fun. I'm like, yeah, because I'm gonna help my grandma set up a booth. I mean, I always told my grandma I was gonna help her with the booth, and I never did. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll be like, Grandma, I'm gonna help with the booth. I'll literally be out there. I'll set up a table and then I'll dip out. Like, literally, I'm playing games. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna help my grandma with this booth. I don't even remember what the fuck she was doing at the booth. I can't tell you. I don't know. One time she was selling jewelry. It wasn't even her. She was helping other people. I don't know. One time she was selling plates. She just was doing everything. So I'm like, yeah, we gonna help. So Alyssa mama was like, okay, yeah, Alyssa asked me to go help somebody do something anyway. And she need to go to church because her ass, she just talking shit about her. So it was perfect. I'm like, yes. Y'all, so we end up eating. We going around. I'm talking to her like, we finna be in there. Like, we finna go kick it. Mind you, we was gonna still go there too. But the whole reason was for her to get to my house so we could be on a 2-man. Which, you know, it was just like a double date back then. We wasn't calling it 2-man. But that's the real reason why she was supposed to... That's the real reason why she was coming over. So anyway, now let's fast forward. She came over. She came over probably like a Wednesday or whatever like that. Probably a Wednesday, Thursday. I really don't know. I just remember on that Friday was the day it went down. And only how I remember is because we're going to get there. So anyway, she ended up coming over. I'm telling Joe, he was like, yeah, that's cool. First, we had planned, I was like, let's go to the Pike or something like that. Or let's go to the Delamo. Let's go somewhere because she wasn't allowed to do certain shit. So I used to always tell her like, ooh, on the weekends it'd be fun. Everybody go here. And plus it was summertime. So I'd be like, or people go to Venice. Like people go here. Like people go everywhere. So I'm like, it's going to be so much fun. She never really got to do that. So I was like, let's do it this time. We could do a double date. So Joe was like, okay. Like he was all in for it. That was the plan until Thursday night. This ninja hit me with a curveball and told me we ain't going no motherfucking where, but to the crib. But that's not how he said it. So he was all like, okay, we could do that since she gonna be here all weekend, but let's not do it Friday. Like, let's do Friday, like just kick it at the crib. So I'm like, why? Like, I'd rather be out and about. It wouldn't be like it'll be less awkward, you know, because they getting to know each other. They already been talking for about like 2 weeks, but like, let's be outside. So he was like, no, Friday is the perfect day. He was like, because my cousin boyfriend, my cousin baby daddy, well, he was her boyfriend too. He was like, my cousin baby daddy get out of jail and they gonna go pick him up. So it's gonna be cool. They gonna be gone all day. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, what, we doing a little daytime kickback or something like that? So he was like, no, we gonna actually just kick it at the house, just the 4 of us. That would be perfect or whatever. Benzino gonna come to my house. He could spend the night or come early in the morning. Y'all come early in the morning, that'd be cool. He was like, they plan on leaving about like 9, 8 in the morning to go get him. So I'm like, what time he get out? He was like, I don't know, but they gonna be gone all day. He was like, because you already know at this point his people didn't have no car, so they was catching the bus to go get him. So I was just kind of confused because I'm like, is this your cousin or is this your cousin baby daddy? He was like, this my cousin baby daddy. Which again, I was confused because why does the cousin, that's her baby daddy, she go get her nigga by herself with her kids. But the mama went, everybody went. Like, everybody went to go get this man up out of jail. And mind you, this ain't even his family. Only people he got kins to is his baby mama and they kid. So why is the whole family going to go pick this nigga up out of jail on the bus? Confused the fuck out of me. So I'm like, they all going? You sure? He's like, yeah, I'm sure they all going on the bus to pick this nigga up from jail. And they're going to all catch the bus back. Oh, I would be mad. Call me a cab. I don't want, no. Anyway, so he was like, yeah, that's what they finna do. Oh, I cannot talk shit because I went and picked up enemy from jail on the bus before when my embarrassing. That's a whole nother story. So anyway, so yeah, he was basically saying that. So I was like, okay, cool. He was like, yeah, they're gonna leave early or whatever, so y'all could just come. Benzino ended up staying the night at his house. At this point, it's Friday. I'm super excited. We walked to his house, y'all. I did not get a ride because my grandma had to work Friday, one. And then my grandpa, he would have gave me a ride, but he knew where Joe lived and I didn't want him to know that that's where I was going because, yeah, even though he would have been like, okay, but I always wanted to be in my grandpa's eyes his just prince, like not his princess, but like I always wanted to be his I do so good, his innocent little granddaughter. I just always wanted to get that image for him and I lived up to it for a while. But anyway, so yeah. So I didn't want him to know where I was going. So I was like, you know what, we could walk. We could have caught the train, honestly. But when we went down there, the train was taking too long. So I'm like, let's just walk. And I'm one of them people, we could have caught the bus too. I'm one of them people, like if the bus or the train is taking too long, I'd rather be like, okay, let's just walk to the next bus stop. And then we'll go from there. Okay, let's just, and then might as well just keep walking at that point. Joe lived an hour walk from me. Y'all like, bitch, what? Yes. But I was a walking motherfucker back then. I really didn't even mind. So we walked to Joe's house early in the morning. People be hating it because I'll be like, it's not that far. And then we get to walking. They be like, Symone. I'll be like, girl, we need these steps. So anyway, we start walking. We finally get to Joe's house and we kind of like, nervous to get in or whatever. So we standing outside the gate. We went through the back gate because I didn't know what time his family was gonna leave, but I didn't want to like run into them, even though they wouldn't have cared that we was there, but it still gave he was on some sneaky shit anyway. So I was like, you know what, let's go to the back gate. So we just standing there, we kind of trying to get ourselves together. I'm like fixing her hair, she fixing mine. We putting on lip gloss, a little bit of mascara on the eyes, you know, just doing the most, trying to look cute. We over here like, let me see, take a picture of her. She take a picture of me so we could see. We over here just kind of nervous. She like, I'm nervous to see him because, you know, we've been talking for so long. He said he really want to be with me. Mind you, whole time her and Benzino been talking, he been saying how he want to be with her. He can't wait to see her. He gonna, when she come over, he's gonna take pictures with her because he want to post her. He gonna make her his girlfriend, all this other stuff like that. Right. So anyway, she's just excited because she like, girl, this gonna be like my man. Like, you know, we both gonna be dating niggas that's Crips from LA and all this other stuff. It was just gonna be perfect. So anyway, we stand at the gate and this little girl came to the gate. I used to always give her candy when I went to Joe's house. So she used to call me the candy lady. So she like, hi, candy lady. And I was like, hi. And she's like, you here for Joe? And I was like, yeah, but it's okay. You don't have to get him. She's like, I could get Joe. And I'm like, no, don't get him. So she starts screaming, Joe. I'm like, stop screaming at, mind you, I wasn't ready to go in the house yet. So I'm like, hey. She's just, Joe, candy lady's here. Mind you, when she said candy lady, his apartment was full of kids. So his kids running out thinking I'm damn candy lady about to sell them something. So he like, candy lady. So she just started running off. I'm like, oh my God, mind you, we can't get in the gate unless somebody open it. And I know y'all probably wondering why she didn't just twist the door and open the gate. But she was told not to open the gate no more because one time they front gate where the front gate is, it's like a busy street and it's a bus stop. And one time it was a grown man, pathetic, had told her to come to the gate. It's a little girl. He told her to come to the gate. She started to have a lot of jewelry on and he took her jewelry off and stole it. So she was told not to get that so close to the gate and open it for nobody. And yeah. So next you know, she runs to the door. I'm looking, I could see her at the Joe door. He look out the door and then he starts smiling. Him and Benzino come out the door. I'm like, I wasn't ready. Even though this was my man and I had already like seen him, been with him, whatever, I wasn't ready to go in the house because I already kind of knew what this was. And one thing about me, like when I had told my losing my B card story or whatever, when I first started doing the do, I did not enjoy it at all because I'm doing this with another, you know, we're both young, we shouldn't even be doing this anyway. He don't know how to foreplay. He not getting me wet. It's just like sticking a damn tree inside of a little hole and it just wasn't working out. So it was just so painful and I actually hated it and I always would get mad. Well, I mean, I would do it because I didn't want him to do it with anybody else. And that's one thing too, y'all. Do not be that person. Do not do stuff with somebody because you don't want them to like mess with somebody else or do something else. A dude gonna do whatever he gonna do regardless. And yeah, don't do something you don't want to do or you're not ready to do for anybody, period. So anyway, dang, this part of my hair is irritating me. So anyway, we ended up, he come out the gate and he opened the door. I already knew it was something up. This man is in basketball shorts, him and Benzino. I said, oh no. So we walk in the gate, they give us a hug or whatever. This is Joe and Alyssa first time actually meeting in person. They used to always like be on three-way with me and stuff like that, so they kind of already knew each other, but they didn't ever meet in person. So once Benzino seen Alyssa, he all over her, he hugging her, he just started his arm around her. We walk into the door. I'm like, okay, he real lovey with her. I'm loving this, right? So anyway, we get in the house and they have music blasting or whatever. So Joe ended up turning it down. We sit down on the couch. We just kind of like talking, vibing. Joe already immediately, it's like them niggas upstairs ready. He immediately changed the vibe of the whole little ambiance. He was like a Boosie fan. So it's like no matter what, anytime, it's like, I don't know why I always deal with ninjas that play subliminal music when it's just speak, nigga. So he ended up playing Boosie, I Want SEX. And I'm just like, oh no. I was already kind of like, dang, hopefully we could all just like vibe and talk like that. But Benzino was all on Alyssa like a motherfucking dog on a steak. He was all on her. So we can't even really all just laugh and talk together because he all on her. So Joe trying to be on me, but I'm kind of like trying to like make small talk like, oh, so Benzino, do you think that Alyssa's shoes are cute? They match her shirt, right? Like, you know, but they ain't paying me no mind. They taking pictures and stuff like that. Once they even came in the door, Alyssa sat on the couch to put her on his lap. He was like, no. I was so annoyed because I was like, dang, I thought I could like stall some time or whatever. So I told him, I was like, oh, are we gonna be here are we supposed to be here all day, or like we just gonna chill for a minute and go somewhere? Like, y'all trying to go somewhere, we could do that. So Joe like, yeah, we could go somewhere after a while, like, you know, in a little bit. And they kind of look at each other and laugh. I'm like, damn, this nigga think we finna come here to do a golf. That's what he thinks is finna go down. And sadly, I wanted to please my boyfriend so bad that I knew that's what was finna happen. So anyway, Joe and Alyssa, So anyway, Alyssa and Benzino end up going in the bathroom to take pictures, right? So at this point, me and Joe, we in the living room, he trying to get it cracking. I'm like, hold up. I know you said your family gonna be gone all day, which they are gonna be gone for a long period of time because they gonna go catch the bus to go pick a nigga from jail. But I'm not finna be in the living room just busting it wide open and your people walk through the door. No. So I was all like, I'm like, maybe we could go in the bathroom when they come out from taking pictures or something. So he was like, dang. He was like, you know what? We could go in the room. Mind you, the room was his cousin's room. So he was like, we could go in the room. And I was just like, dang, okay, whatever. We could go on the floor or something like that because... yeah, but Joe was real disrespectful because I told y'all, did I tell y'all when we did the do in Benzino's sister bed? Oh my God, shame on me. So anyway, so he was all like, let's go in the room. So we in the room or whatever, we on the bed, you know, he trying to get to work. But I was like, oh, I'm trying to stall time. So I'm like, let me go down, basically. So he was like, oh yeah, do that, right? I seen something on Twitter and I didn't know that they was being sarcastic, and it was basically saying like they use a little teeth or whatever, right? So I'm thinking like, ooh, okay, perfect. Because every time I would do it to him, he wouldn't really respond well. It would always be like, okay, come get up. And I would be like, okay, you know, because of course I'm not knowing what I'm doing at that age. So I'm thinking like, ooh, the little thing on Twitter said a little nibble on there. Mind you, they was being fucking funny and I didn't realize that. So I go down there and I'm using a lot of bit of teeth because I thought like they said a little bit, I'm gonna use a lot. I gotta get this nigga happy. So I was really kind of hoping like maybe if I make him come from this, he won't want to do the other thing, right? I go down there with all motherfucking 32, baby. I bit that thing and it started bleeding. So I didn't really like bite it like a hot dog. I don't remember what I did, but it really started bleeding. Wow, why was his skin so sensitive? Anyway, that's a him problem. So he started bleeding. He like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, he was just like, oh shit. He like jumped up and it's bleeding a lot. I felt so bad. But then again, a little part of me was like, wow, everything happened for a reason, because now we ain't gonna be able to do nothing because it's broke. So he was just like, oh shit, I didn't go into the bathroom. Mind you, he opened the door. He just got his thing in his hand. Mind you, I know Alyssa and Benzino's in the bathroom, but nigga, put it away. What is you doing? So he got his thing in his hand and he like opened up the bathroom door. Mind you, I'm following behind him. So when he opened up the bathroom door, I'm kind of like trying to ease in before him because what is you doing? And he was like, oh shit, my bad. He was like, y'all come up out of here real quick. I gotta come up in here real quick. Y'all can go in the room. So when he ended up, they like, hold on, because they had to get right or whatever. So they get right and they end up coming out. This man still got his thing in his hand. Benzino like, bro, what the fuck? And just kept walking. Alyssa looked, but it was one of those like one of them double takes, like, hold up now. And I mean, anybody I guess would look if you just see a random naked man. I mean, well, not a naked man, but you see a man got his glizzy out. I mean, you probably would look, because literally the other day I was driving down the street. I was driving down Fig and I seen a crackhead with his glizzy out and I was like, what the fuck, why he just got out? But I did look, you know. So I mean, she probably would look, but she looked too damn long and it was too much of that shock look that kind of threw me off. Like, bitch, don't be, what you doing? Let's chill. So yeah, so when she looked, I was just like, Joe, come on. And I pushed him in the bathroom like, what the fuck? Because she was like stuck or something. Anyway, we go in the bathroom. He like, should I put peroxide on it? I'm like, just put water. He put peroxide on it. This man is like, oh shit, like screaming. Well, I think, did he put peroxide or alcohol? I really don't remember. Either way, go to start screaming because it was burning him. Anyway, so we laughing in there and he kind of like trying to get himself right. He was like, yeah, see, you ain't doing that no more. You need to learn because this ain't never happened to me. And it used to kind of piss me off too, because sometimes he was already experienced. He was my, first time. So he would like kind of try to compare me to other people he does stuff with, and that would kind of just make me feel even more bad and make me feel like, oh, I gotta get better, I gotta do this, because I would think like, oh my god, he's dealt with other girls before, he's just gonna go back to doing that, which honestly I shouldn't have gave a fuck, and I should have let his ass go. So anyway, we in there, we talking and stuff like that, he getting himself right. He goes into the kitchen and he was like, he got a bag of chips and some water. He was like, I'm thirsty, you need the water. I'm like, yeah. So at this point I'm thinking we just finna chill or whatever. He started changing the song on the TV and he's like, all right, let's go back in the room. So I'm like, oh, you want to wait till Alyssa and Benzino get up out of there? Because I already know what they doing at this point, because when we went in the bathroom, yeah. So he was just like, oh no, like we could go up in there too, and I was like, what you mean by that? He like, yeah, we go in there too. He's like, you know, they probably on the floor or some shit, like it really don't even matter. So we go up in the room at this point, and I'm like, sorry, like, you know, we coming in. So he was like, oh, Benzino like, you ain't gotta cover your eyes, like y'all good, we all grown. We are not grown. So they on the bed. So Benzino was like, oh shit, bro, okay, we gonna get off the bed, like we'll go on the floor. So Joe was like, nah, y'all my guests, y'all the guests, y'all can stay on the bed, it's cool, right? He's still just eating the chips. He like, it's cool, y'all could go. He's like, y'all need some water or something? So Alyssa was like, yeah. Mind you, at this point, they stopped. It's not like they mid doing the do and just having a full conversation with us. They stopped. And they kind of, when we came in, that's when they like stopped and they just talking to us, whatever. So, but this is where it was like awkward for me, because when we come in there, you would think they would like put the cover on them. No. I was just like, okay. I'm like, he's like, y'all need some water. So he ended up going back to get some water. Mind you, I went in the hall and just stood there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm telling Joe when he come back, like, we could wait. Like, they probably already done. He like, nah, that Benzino said he going rounds today. So, you know, we can't really even wait. We just got to do it right now, because, you know, it is about an hour and a half or something probably went by. He's like, you know, I don't know what time they coming. They're going to be gone for a while. But, you know, that's just me thinking they're going to be gone for a while. They could be on the way back. So I'm like, oh my God, whatever. We go in the room, because I told him like we could be in the bathroom. He was like, no, he didn't want to be in the bathroom. I forgot what he said. I think because the bathroom had no windows. It was some reason why he wasn't trying to be in that bathroom. Already I was kind of annoyed, because when he gave them the bed, I was irritated, because mind you, every time we did what we did, we had to like figure it out. So it would be like outside, on the floor, random places. So I was kind of excited to have a soft surface for once, but I was like, fuck it. So they on the bed, mind you, the bed is kind of high up. It's not too high up, but it's a decent size, but they wait at the top of the bed, right? No, we was not at the bottom of the bed, because what's it called, Benzino was like, oh, we could scoot over, or y'all could go on at the end of the bed. We going in this, and I don't understand what the fuck you thought was finna go on. So I was like, nah, let's just get on the floor. So we on the floor right at the edge of the bed, so they cannot see us where we at. We can't see them, right? Perfect, right? So we in there, and the music playing loud from the living room. Joe is trying to show out like he is doing the most. He know I don't play these type of switch position games, not at this point in my life, fuck no. So he's doing the most. He trying to like show out, and it was kind of like throwing me off, because I'm thinking like they can't even see you, like why are you doing the most? Once I tell you, mind you, when we was in the living room and in the bathroom, fucking Alyssa and Benzino was not, they was quiet as a mouse up in that motherfucking room. Now all you hear is balls to walls, screaming like she in a motherfucking horror movie. They was loud. I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, I don't know. These apartments ain't even big and the walls is thin. I'm surprised ain't nobody come over there and say, what the fuck is going on? So they balls to walls. She's screaming. I'm like, this was not just going down. This is crazy. So that's like, it's like it was amping Joe up to try to do the most, right? So next thing you know, Joe was like, get on top. So I was like, why? He knew I not like that. First I tried to ignore him, but then I'm like, why? He like, just get on top, get on top. So I'm like, okay, mind you, he throwing up his hood. He like saying crip, this and that. The whole time he doing the most. I'm like, this nigga ain't never me like this. Doing the most, right? So I attempt to get on top. I don't know why he would even ask me to do no shit like that. So I attempt to do it. And next thing you know, once I like get over and I look, because I noticed Joe looking, I look, tell me the fuck, tell me why, tell me the fuck, why? Because I'm already wasn't trying to look that way, like towards the bed, even though I wouldn't have been able to, well, now I'm on top, I could see them, but I wasn't trying to look that way, because Benzino and her was just doing the absolute most. I look over, y'all, tell me why Alyssa is getting cracked, and she's staring right at us. So anyway, yeah, I look up and she's staring at me. Like, she's stuck staring at me, but she like loud, but it's kind of like she's mesmerized, but not just staring at me, but staring at us. So it kind of threw me off. So I was just like, what the fuck? And I was like, Alyssa, you good? And she was just like, yeah. So then Benzino was all like, what? Why you ask? So Joe was like, cause her ass just over there staring. So I'm like, what the fuck? It was just so awkward. So now Joe was like laughing and Benzino was like, oh, da 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 da. I'm surprised y'all. I know y'all was probably up here looking at us. We was not. Well, I can't speak for Joe. I was not. So anyway, it was kind of just like awkward at that point. I was like, I was like, pass me a blanket. Mind you, we had a blanket already, but Joe kept putting it off and it was like a throw, so it was only little anyway. So I grabbed a big blanket off the bed because they wasn't using it no way. And I grabbed it and I had put it over us because I'm just like, this is weird as shit, because what is she looking at? Like, why are you staring? So at this point, I'm like trying to fake be up there, right? Just wasting everybody's motherfucking time. I noticed Benzino is looking at me. So I'm like, this was awkward. So I ended up going down to Joe, like, and I was like, this is weird. I'm whispering, I'm like, this is weird. They keep looking at us. Like, that's fucking weird. So he was just like, he got loud and was just like, y'all freaking her out because y'all staring and shit. And they just started laughing. So Alyssa was like, I'm not looking at y'all. Mind you, when I looked at her, it was like, you know that meme with fucking, I can't think of neither one of these people's names. Oh, Diddy and Odell. And they was just staring. That's how it was. It was like, I'm staring at her. She's staring at me. Like, girl, you all staring. Stop. So anyway, so it was just kind of weird as shit. So now at this point, Joe, he's still trying to show off. Like, oh, girl, let me show you how to really fuck your bitch. Da, 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 da. Just doing the most. I'm already annoyed because I'm just thinking like, damn, can you come? So we could finish this. So anyway, Joe ended up trying to go down on me, y'all. But it was so weird because, mind you, when I reached from under the covers, I see, like, when I put the covers from over my face, I see Alyssa just mesmerized, staring. But mind you, how she is at this point, she's, mind you, so I'm laying like this way. Joe is on at the end of me, of course, and he's like this. So Joe is like looking up. Him and Alyssa is locking eyes. What the fuck? Fuck. At this point, I got up and I got annoyed. I got up and I left out the room. So Joe ended up coming like right behind me and he's like, why you leave out? And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is weird as fuck. Like, I'm over this. Like, for one, I didn't want to do this no way, but I was just like, I'm over it. Like, this is weird. I'm like, if you want to finish whatever you want to finish, like, we gotta go in the bathroom or something because it's weird as fuck. So he like, well, I'm like, why the fuck is y'all looking at each other? Like, this is weird. So he's like, I'm not even looking at her. He was all like, I don't know, maybe she trying to see like something to do to Benzino. So I said, how the fuck she gonna eat Benzino's kitty cat? Cause the fuck? How's she trying to take notes from you, nigga? So I'm like, that's weird. Like, I was just kind of getting annoyed because I was just like, like, this is just too much. So I was irritated, and next thing you know, Alyssa ended up coming out the room, and she was like coming me in the back, like she ended up pushing me towards like the bathroom. So we go in the bathroom, and she was just like, girl, oh my God, like, Benzino is like, his thing is so big. Like, just start talking. Girl, you know why I'm out this room. I'm irritated. I know you heard me. So I was like, why the fuck do you keep looking at us? So she was like, I'm not. Like, what do you mean? I'm not looking at y'all like that. Like, you know, she's like, I'm just kind of like stuck in space. I'm not like really paying attention. So if you think I'm looking at y'all, I'm not. Yes, you are. So I was like, yeah, I noticed like you and Joe keep locking eyes and I ain't liking that. She was just like, oh no, like I'm not. Mind you, how I see you. I was just like, I see you. So we kind of talked. She's like, oh no, it's not like that. Like, don't think it's like that at all. Like, it's not at all. Next thing you know, Benzino gonna knock on the door. And I'm like, wait, we in here talking. So he's like, Symone, like, ain't nobody doing no weird shit. I promise. Like, it's nothing weird like that. Nobody's just like watching y'all if y'all think somebody watching y'all. So I'm like, it is weird. And she was like, girl, why Benzino said what I think about if we switched? Bitch. So I said, switch what? Switch you getting on the floor and I'm getting on the bed? Because that's the only thing we gonna motherfucker switch in this motherfucking place. Switch what? I'm like, switch what? Mind you, I've never been the type of person, no judgment to anybody in the comments, because that's a lot of people fantasy and shit like that. I never been interested in a train. I never wanted a train. I never wanted to switch. Never done none of that. That's not my interest. And plus, this is my boyfriend. What the fuck do I look like letting you my man? Huh? Like, that's not my interest. If that's something you're interested in doing, you go do that with somebody else. or some single people. I don't know, but that's not what I'm interested in. So when she said that, I was like, bitch, what the fuck? So she was just like, no, I told him I don't want to do that shit. What the fuck? I'm like, that's Simone's boyfriend, like da-da-da, like basically trying to say that's what she said to him. So I'm like, Benzino's a weird ass bitch, like that's weird as fuck for him to say. I'm like, I bet if Joe heard him say that, like he gonna get at him. I'm like, but I'm not finna even say nothing to Joe right now because I didn't want it to be a big thing. But I'm like, that's fucking weird. She was like, I think Joe's the one who said that to him. And I said, nah, Joe wouldn't have said no shit like that, bitch, the fuck. So I was like, no, no. At this point, Benzino gonna slide in the bathroom, like, cause the door wasn't locked. He just slid in. He gonna slide in the bathroom. I don't know why, for some reason I was standing in a tub, so I wasn't about to go. So he slid in the bathroom and he was just like, what y'all in here talking about? What's going on? So I was like, nothing. Like, can you get out? So he was just like, what's wrong? Like, why you acting annoyed with me? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, can you get out? He's like, dang, why you tripping? I'm like, I'm not tripping. I'm just irritated. So Joe was like, Symone, come here. Like, just come out the bathroom. Like, just come here. So I'm like, I end up leaving out and I go out there with them. They stayed in the bathroom. So me and him on the couch and we talking, and I'm telling him, I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like it's some weird shit going on. He was like, what? I'm like, it's just kind of weird because I'm like, they watching us, and I'm like, I kind of feel like they trying to like join or something like that. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I was just in so many words trying to basically say, like, I heard on the fucking through the grapevine that Benzino is trying to beat these walls down and you trying to go over there. That's what I heard. You know, I was trying to say it in so many words. So he was just like, what the fuck? Like, why would they be on that type of timing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, is that type of timing you on? He was like, what the fuck? No. Like, anything. I was already trying to get up out of there because it fucking stink in there so fucking bad. And I know it ain't you because we done it before and it don't be smelling like that. So I was just like, I don't know. This shit is fucking weird. So, like, you know, I was just kind of irritated with him. And he just was like, nah, like, that shit weird as fuck. Like, do you want me to say something to him about that? Like, because that's not what I'm on, and I don't think he on that either, but I could press. So I'm like, nah, like, don't say nothing. I was just kind of irritated as fuck right at this point. So at this point, we done doing our thing, right? So we just sitting down, we just talking and shit like that. And we just talking and chopping it up. So next thing you know, you hear a crick, not a crick, but like you hear a key turning in the door. So I'm like, oh, yo, people here. So I heard it and jumped up and went to the bathroom because Benzino and Alyssa is in the bathroom going at it. They are screaming. Well, they not screaming. They not going at it like that. They doing the do, but they loud as shit. Excuse me, loud as shit. So I ended up going in the bathroom. I didn't even knock. I opened the door and I was just like, hey. I'm like, Joe, people just got here. Joe, people just got here. So he was like, what? Mind you, Joe had already went up and ran to go in like his cousin's room to like go fix the bed and shit like that, because we was literally just, everybody was up in her bed. That's kind of rude of him to do. So he go in there to go like fix the bed or whatever, and he was like trying to spray up in the room or whatever, because he's like, it smell like bounce that ass in this motherfucking room. So he trying to spray. Mind you, they already coming through the door. They already coming through the door. So I hurried up and like closed the door. We doing everything happening so fast though. He didn't even fix her bed. Like, he just threw the shit back up on there. So we go out the room. And I sit up on the couch. I ended up sitting on the couch and Joe, he was still in there. Mind you, I'm trying to like turn to something on the TV, just trying to play it off. They end up walking through the door. Everything happening like quick. This is not like they taking millions of years to come through the door. Like, it's happening quick. Like, by the time I like sat on the couch, they're coming through the door. They got 2 doors and the key used to be messed up. And I used to always tell them, spray that WD-40 through the motherfucking keyhole, but they wouldn't listen to me. So yeah, it always would take a time for them to get through to like the second door, the big door. So anyway, they end up coming through. And they looking and they like, hey, Symone, like, you know, what the fuck? So I'm like, hi, like, hey, everybody, hi. The baby come run to me and I'm like, hey, how are y'all doing? Here come the cousin baby daddy come in the house. This nigga, oh, I hated when he got out of jail because he started trying to run that house like it was cell block D. He come in the house and he just looking like, he was like, okay, yeah, so this the new crib. Like, basically, I guess whenever he went to jail, they wasn't living here. So no telling how long he was gone, or maybe the cousin wasn't living here. I don't fucking know. So anyway, he was like, this the new crib. So then he walking through, he looking at me. I said hi to everybody and he looking at me disgusted. So anyway, Joe people, they just talking to me or whatever. The cousin, she goes straight into the room. Joe starts to already come out the room. He like, oh, what's up? So she's like, why was you in my room? So she was like, why was you in my room? So he was just like, oh, I was up in there because I was like, let me make your bed up. So she was like, you was in my bed? So he was like, no, what the fuck? He was like, before Symone literally just got here before y'all. He was like, but before she had got here, I was in the room sleep. Like, I had went to sleep or whatever. So they was like, okay, where Benzino at? So he was like, oh, Benzino up in the bathroom right now. Like, He in the bathroom, right? Mind you, it was quiet in the bathroom for a cool minute. So they like, all right, whatever. So the uncle, daddy, the mama, whatever, they go into the room. They go into their room. And then the cousin and the baby daddy, they go into their room. So she was like, Joe, what the fuck is stinking? It's stinking here. He was like, I don't know what the fuck was you doing up in there before you went to go get your baby daddy. So the baby daddy was like, what? Who was up over here? Like, what nigga was up over here? Blood? He was a blood. Crippin' the blood in the household. And yeah. So he like, who was over here? Blood. So he like, she's like, nobody was up over here. So then here go Joe. That bitch was probably up in there playing with her. That's what Joe screamed out. I'm just like, ooh, I'm ready to go. I kept just looking at the bathroom door. Mind you, now that they in their room and Joe in the room with us, I'm like, Joe, go get them out the bathroom. Like, at this point, I'm ready to dip out. I'm ready to leave because they could already smell the bounce that ass, funky ass room that, yeah. So I just was ready to go. It's an awkward little situation at this point. The baby's sitting on my lap. I'm like, Joe, go in there. So he was like, all right. So he ended up like opening the door. He was like, y'all, yeah. He's like, I think Symone ready to go. Like, you know, but he said it. I could hear him, but like he was talking low. He's like, I think Symone ready to go, whatever. So they was like, okay, they finna come out. Y'all, tell me why. Tell me why. We sitting there. We start watching 106 in Park, right? Tell me why. Next you know, you hearing, I ain't gonna imitate these noises because I ain't a freak ass bitch that just be on YouTube moaning and shit. But you hearing fuck noises and balls to walls. I said, what? At this point, I'm annoyed as fuck. I ain't even gonna hold you. So the uncle daddy come out the room and he like, boy, what the fuck is y'all in here doing? Cause you know, he's just hearing the noises. He thinking like, damn, no. He like, what the fuck y'all in here doing? He, mind you, said to me and Joe. So he like, oh, what the fuck? I know that ain't the neighbors. Mind you, you could hear it. So he said, Joe, who the fuck in that bathroom? Because he was like, came out, the way he came out looking like, bitch, I know damn well y'all not up in this living room getting it cracking. So he was like, Joe, who the fuck in that bathroom? So he was like, Benzino in there. So he's like, Benzino, get the fuck about my bathroom right now. Get your ass about my motherfucking bathroom. He was like, who else up in there with him? Like, who in the bathroom with him? So I'm annoyed. I'm like, oh my God. So he like, Benzino, get your ass about the motherfucking bathroom. So he like, all right, I'm about to come out right now. My stomach hurt. He said, boy, ain't nobody fucking stupid. Get the fuck out my bathroom. So next thing you know, he ended up coming back in there. He was like, Joe, y'all little party, it's over with. Y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. So I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. This is me trying to hide behind the baby playing 1, 2, just trying to like play because I was so fucking embarrassed at this point. He go back in the room and you just start hearing, Benzino, if you ain't came yet, you're clearly not going to, okay? I don't understand. So at this point I'm irritated as fuck because it kind of got like loud. Like you don't hear her, but then you kind of do hear her, but she not as loud, but you hear the smacking. I go up in the bathroom, I open that motherfucking door, get hit with a woof. I open the door, I said, come on, we gotta go. I'm like, Joe, people is tripping, we gotta leave. Come on, put y'all clothes back on. Mind you, they they kind of stopped to look at me. I said, bend over in the toilet and all. Benzino, get up out of her, put your clothes on and let's go. She was like, oh, my pants is in the room. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because my thing is, why was you walking around these folks' house butt ass naked anyway? Well, not butt naked because she had a shirt on, but why are you walking around like this anyway? So I ended up telling Joe, I'm like, Joe, can you go get her pants, stay in the room or whatever like that? So he was like, fuck. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go up in there, like trying to play it off. So he ended up going in the room or whatever to try to go get it. And I'm like, but you could hear the cousin baby daddy in there loud, like, damn, I just got out of jail, I can't put my bitch in peace. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, come on, we gotta go. I'm like, put a towel around you, something. Like, we gotta leave. Like, we gotta go. We gotta wrap this shit up. So Joe ended up getting it. He came out and he like tossed it to me and I tossed it in there. I'm like, come on, like, hurry up. So Benzino's like, just close the door. Like, let me just finish real quick. I'm like, no, like, come on, let's leave. At this point, Joe people came out the room again. Uncle Daddy came out the room and he was just like, Benzino, let me holla at you real quick, bro. Like, let me holla at you real quick. He was like, my bad, bro. He's like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I understand you little niggas trying to get your wet. Trying to get your glizzy wet. He said, but you don't do that shit up in somebody's house loud as fuck like that, like y'all lost y'all up. He going in. At this point, I was still standing by the bathroom door, but it's like cracked, of course, because she's in there getting dressed or whatever, and Benzino like kind of like peeping out the door. I end up walking away because it's embarrassing. I'm just thinking like, damn, I still gotta come over here. This still my man's house. yeah, why y'all over here acting like y'all never did? I mean, I ain't got no home training. So anyway, so he was just like, yeah, he just talking shit or whatever like that. And he's like, yeah, no, don't close that motherfucking door. Y'all come out right now. And he was like, young lady, excuse me, young lady. So she's scared to come out. He's like, you could come out. You in my house. You could come out. And Joe like, man, stop tripping. He's like, no, ain't no stop tripping. Y'all get your own place, pay some bills, and do that shit. Don't be up in my motherfucking house left like you lost your motherfucking mind. What y'all doing in here all day? Y'all just going off. So Joe mama came outside. I mean, not outside, but out the room. And she was just like, come on, like trying to tell him to come back in the room. So he was like, man, yeah, stop tripping. He trying to tell him to go back in the room. He like, no, I'm trying to tell them like that's disrespectful. So he's like, young lady, he was like, Symone, I know you. I don't know if you was up in here doing this, but I ain't never seen you up in here doing this or whatever like that. He was like, but don't bring nobody to my house that's gonna be up in here just doing like being disrespectful. So he telling her, he was like, I don't know if you got any home training or what's going on, but that's disrespectful. After I said something to y'all the first time, y'all went back in that bathroom and started, you know, basically going in. I'm like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. So y'all tell me why the cousin bathroom, I mean, y'all tell me why the cousin baby daddy come out the room. This nigga come out the room with his drawers on and just a t-shirt. And he's like, what the fuck is y'all doing? What's going on? Like, what is all this noise? Like, I just got home. I'm trying to relax. Nigga, damn, you ain't got your own family, your own place, something, because you in their house too. He like, I'm trying to relax. I just got out. Like, y'all doing too much. So the kid ended up running up to him, and he was like, nah, keep him out the room. Like, y'all up out here. Y'all looks out here. And I just got out. I'm trying, y'all destroy, like, y'all interrupting what the fuck I got going on. Y'all, at this point, I'm like, Alyssa, come here. So he like, no, let me talk to you. So we stand there, he like lecturing us. So this man is cussing everybody out because we're too loud while he trying kids, because he just got out. And then yeah, the uncle daddy, he over here talking to us too, like basically telling us like, yeah, this is wrong, you don't do no shit like that in nobody's house. You know, we being respectful, you know, I'm just like, I'm so sorry and stuff like that. But he's like, yeah, okay, she can't come back here. Like, it's time for y'all to go, basically. So I'm just like, okay. So Joe got a whole attitude because he just like, man, what the fuck, I can never do nothing here. Like, what? Y'all, it was just a whole fucking thing. He just trying to talk to Benzino like, you know, like, that's not cool. He like, yeah, because every time you come to my house, you be on this bullshit. You always bring up to my house and in the bathroom. When he said that, I said, hold on. hold on. When he said that, he was like, yeah, and I told you about that shit, telling Joe, like, I told you about that shit. So Joe getting annoyed, and he trying to like over talk him because he's getting irritated because low-key, he like kind of spilling some tea right now. So he trying to over talk him, and I was just like, come on. At this point, he done talking to us. I was just like, I'm sorry, okay, bye, see y'all later, whatever. And I'm leaving out the house. So mind you, the man was like, if you gonna be outside, this the cousin baby, if you gonna be outside, take the baby with you. Damn, did you even hold your baby on the bus? Like, what? Cause what the fuck? Take the baby with you? This ain't even my kid. So I ended up picking up the baby and taking the baby outside too, cause I'm just like, it's just too much going on. It was just really stressing me out. So we go outside, and Alyssa was like damn near shaking, like about to cry. I'm like, don't cry, girl, it's okay. She's like, I'm just so sorry, like I put you in a bad situation. She's like, cause you still gotta come around these people and all this other stuff like that. And she's like, do you think they like tell your mom and stuff? I'm like, my mama don't know these damn people. What the fuck? They don't even know we here. So I'm like, no, you good. I'm like, but yeah, y'all was just doing too much. She's like, I didn't think we was that loud. I think it's because the bathroom echo. Mind you, they room is right next to the bathroom. I'm like, after they told y'all something, y'all should just came out. I don't know, like, if you wanted to get your rocks off at the Carl's Jr. up the street bathroom, you could have did that. I don't fucking know, but this was just kind of rude. So I was just like, yeah. So she was just like, yeah, but oh my God. So we just out there like talking, like me and her just talking. So Joe and Benzino ended up coming out the house, and Benzino was just like, you good? Like, y'all want to go to my house? Like, we could go to my house and kick it if y'all want to. Benzino lived far as fuck. At this point, I'm cool. I just want to go home and I'm over this day. If we wasn't finna go out somewhere, like somewhere to the movies, and I don't know how we was gonna get in because we was poor. If we wasn't finna go do something like that, I just didn't want to do it. Like, go to the beach, something. Because I was like, I'm over this whole little whatever the fuck go around day that we was doing. Like, I'm over it. So he was just like, okay, yeah, so we could go. Mind you, Joe trying to still hang out. So he like, we go to the beach. He could tell I was kind of irritated because I was still annoyed about the whole situation. He's like, we go to the beach or something. He's like, but let me take the baby back in the house because, yeah, like, the baby not going anywhere with us. So he take the baby and he leave. Benzino, he just got his arm around Alyssa because she's still like shaking up. He like, don't worry about it. He just be tripping. Like he be tripping because he probably want to go in there and do his thing too. But like, don't be worrying about like, you good, we good. Like you good. And she just like, you know, just kind of embarrassed more of anything. And he just trying to like reassure her or whatever. So Joe ended up coming outside and he mad. He like, man, I'm already tired of this nigga. This nigga talking about something. No, yo, I got your rocks off. Let me go ahead and get mine. You better keep that motherfucking baby. Because he just put the baby in the living room and the baby started crying. So I'm just like, what the, mind you, this is your child. This is your child, sir. So I was just like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, my mom got the baby though. So whatever. He's like, we could go somewhere, like we don't gotta be here. At this point, I don't know, it was just kind of, I was thrown. A lot of things irritated me. One, Alyssa, you still being disrespectful in people's bathroom. Two, you staring at me and my motherfucking nigga. And three, what I just heard, that Benzino come and bring girls here. So that mean Benzino just not finna pull up to your house with a girl when he go to his own damn house. That mean it had to have been somebody else here for you too. Oh, y'all do this. Oh, I know your game. So I was kind of just annoyed with that. We just chilled for like a cool little minute outside and then we ended up going home. Like me and her ended up going home or whatever. Y'all, let's fast forward. It's later that night. Mind you, I told y'all it's Friday, right? Friday. I'm telling Alyssa, like, do you want to go to a party and all this other stuff like that? She was saying she wasn't really feeling good. So we was just like, all right, fuck it, we gonna stay in the house. If we do something tomorrow night, which is Saturday, we could do something or we could kick it with them or whatever, right? So Joe and Benzino was supposed to come by my house because I'm like, okay, we ain't going out. Y'all could come by my house and we could just like hang out outside, just chill or whatever if y'all want to, like later, because since it was Friday. Y'all, they didn't end up coming. I go on Facebook, mind you, Alyssa posted a picture of her and Benzino took in the bathroom on Facebook, right? I go on Facebook and I see fucking Benzino posting stuff like, oh, like, where it's at tonight, me and my homeboy, da-da-da-da-da, all this other shit like that. So I'm annoyed. And I'm like, do you see what Benzino just posted? So she's like, no, I didn't see it. Mind y'all remember on Facebook, you should probably still be able to do this, because I don't know why they would take that away. But remember when you could, like, block it to where certain people can't see your post? Like, certain posts you post, like, they can see the pictures, but they can't see this. Because I remember I used to do that to my grandpa, because I used to be wild as fuck on Facebook. But anyway, so he put it to where she couldn't see nothing he was saying. Mind you, I could still see you, bum ass bitch. So I was like irritated. So I'm calling Joe like, what the fuck is Benzino talking about? He's like, I don't know why he put no shit like that. Like, that's probably old. Like, I think he just posted that a long time ago and it just didn't go through. Do I look like boo-boo the fool? So I was just like, that don't even make no sense. I'm kind of annoyed because I'm just like, so what y'all on? Excuse me. So what y'all on? Because whatever y'all thought was finna go down at the house today didn't go down. Like, I'm so irritated. At this point, I'm telling Alyssa, like, you got to get your shit together, bitch, because we got to go find them. I already knew where they was finna go tonight because Facebook is a snitch too when you like shit and it pop up on my timeline. So I knew where they was finna go, right? Mind you, it was like this one girl that Benzino used to talk to on and off that I did not like these hoes. And I think, did I tell you about that time when we walked from Inglewood all the way to my grandma's house? And I was like, and it was these girls and they ended up going to stay back at Joe's house with them and Joe had walked me all the way home. Yeah, that. So, I was like, I seen Benzino like her picture and he commented under it. I went to her page after he liked it. He commented under it talking about some, yeah, we're going to be there tonight. It was probably like a shake that ass for the summer at Club Heat or something like that. So I'm telling Alyssa, like, we got to go. So we ended up getting ready because at this point, Alyssa was like, oh yeah, like he got me fucked up. Mind you, she hitting him up and he barely like responded to her at this point. She posted a picture or whatever. He didn't like the picture, he didn't comment nothing. We get dressed and we go to Club Heat. Cause bitch, why not? I usually used to be a catch the bus ass hoe, but I said, Grandma, you gotta take us. I needed to make sure I got there on time. So we get to Club Heat. We end up arriving way before them, right? So we in there, we just like dancing and stuff like that, having a good time. Alyssa kept saying like she was feeling weird. Not like she was feeling sick, but she was feeling weird. She just kept saying like, girl, I think I'm pregnant. I said, by who? She was like, Benzino. What the fuck? So I was like, oh, okay. So she was just like, I feel weird. Like, I just think I'm pregnant. Like, you know, they say a woman knows, mind you. What? So I'm just like, girl, okay, mind you, we kind of stupid. At first, I'm thinking like, okay, she probably, maybe she knows. I don't fucking know. Even though y'all just like a few hours ago. Hey. I don't know. So I'm thinking like, I can't judge this girl, whatever. So we in there, we just having fun. She not like sick or nothing, like I said. She just said she feel weird. Like she said she just feel like his glizzy juice was still just floating around and making babies. I don't know. Whatever, what she said didn't make no sense to me, but hey, I wasn't finna take away how she felt. So anyway, so she's talking about like how she feel or whatever, right? Like that. At this point, we in a club, we having fun. I kind of forgot why we was even there. I didn't tell Joe we was coming here because I knew I was finna ambush this bitch. So we ended up, we dancing, right? Why next thing you know, I see a whole crowd of people like, hey, you know, it's a whole fucking love section. I said, oh, who over there trying to compete with me? So we go up over there. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck I see Joe on the floor and Benzino on the floor grinding on hoes like they was grinding on us earlier that day? Bitch, y'all, I was pissed. When I say I was pissed, I could not hold in how I felt. At this point, I had already had me a little faux loco, and I couldn't hold in the way I felt. So I go up over there, and I pull Joe by his motherfucking shirt. Bitch, get the fuck up. I pull him by his motherfucking collar, and I pulled it so hard, started choking him from the front. So he kind of like turned around, kind of about to swing, because he thinking like, what niggas pulling up on me? I pull his motherfucking shirt so motherfucking hard. Mind you, Alyssa just standing there looking so irritated. Like, she's standing there like in shock that she see Benzino doing this. Ho, you better pull your man up by the motherfucking collar too. So I pull him, and when he turned around like he seen a ghost. He like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, huh? What you doing? What you doing? I said, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Mind you, he kind of up, but he on his knees, and he twisted towards me. On your knees, still above this girl. She just laying there smiling. Ho, get the fuck up. So I said, what the fuck is you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's loud and stuff like that. At this point, it was still people lingering, but other people would still just start doing their own thing. Nobody really paying attention to us. But I mean, kind of, sort of, but not really. So I'm like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, get up, Joe, get up. So I'm pulling him by his shirt. He like, stop, because I'm loosening up his collar. That shit was loose as shit. I'm pulling it every way but motherfucking loose. Well, I'm pulling it loose. But I'm pulling it, just pulling his shit. I'm like, Joe, get up, because you over her. And it was irritating me that this bitch is just standing there smiling. Mind you, I had a cup in my hand, and it wasn't nothing in there but a damn paper towel that I had just put up in there. And I dropped the shit on her face because, ho, why is you staring there? And she like, it's not even that she was smiling. Mind you, Benzino and the other girl, they got up at this point. Benzino standing there with his arm around the motherfucking girl. This girl, Joe, is still like I said, he on his knees turned, like kind of looking at me. And she's standing there laughing, but she's smiling, giggling. That shit was pissing me off. Ho, cause not you smiling in my motherfucking face after I met you with these motherfuckers and you playing in my face with my motherfucker. I was pissed. So I dropped the cup. When I dropped the cup, he hopped up immediately because she started getting up. She's like, what the fuck? I'm about to beat this bitch up. She get up, whatever. So at this point, he get up and he started like pushing me, and she like behind him. So he trying to like push her away. So I'm like, move, Joe, what the fuck? Like, move. Like, you got me fucked up. I'm mad as fuck at this point. Alyssa is following us. She like, Symone, come on, let's just go. I said, go where? The fuck? We gonna have to catch the bus back home. That's like an hour and a half bus ride, bitch, please. We not going nowhere. The fuck? Simmer down, ho. So I said, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? So the girl, she doing the most. So he ended up turning around there. He like, hey, get the fuck up out of here. Like, go away. Like, get the fuck up out of here. Cause I said, what the fuck, Joe? You got me fucked up. I'm just screaming at this point. He was like, man, what the fuck? Like, why are you here? Like, you didn't tell me you was coming out tonight. Like, oh, you here with who you with? Bitch. So I was like, I'm here with Alyssa. Y'all got me fucked up. Da, da, da. I'm just going off on him. He trying to like calm me down at this point and trying to just like hold me. I'm mad. I'm crying at this point. I'm so mad. I'm crying. I forgot why we even really fucking came here. We really came here because Benzino had Alyssa fucked up, but I knew if he had Alyssa fucked up, my man was gonna have me fucked up too. So I'm just kind of irritated. Alyssa was standing right there, and she was just like, mind you, Alyssa came and she's standing right there. Benzino is standing right there with the other motherfucking girl, and the girl that Joe was with, I don't know where she went, but he's standing right there like off to the side, but he's standing in the middle at this point. Like, Alyssa on this side, other girl on that side, he's in the middle. He not touching none of them, and Alyssa just looks so irritated. So I ended up pushing through Joe, because at this point I was kind of calmed down, but not as much. I ended up pushing past him, and he grabbed me by my arm, because I don't know if he thought I was gonna go to the girl. I said, Benzino, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing? I said, and why are you with this girl? Why are you with her? So the girl, she's standing there, and she was just like, oh, I remember you from last time. I'm like, bitch, don't talk to me. Because I was annoyed. So Alyssa was just like, this weird, like, they weird as fuck. Come on, like, let's just go. I'm like, no. So Benzino was like, oh, we literally just ran into them there. Like, you know, this my homegirl. So she like, yeah, I'm his homegirl. Nothing like that. Like, I'm his friend. Like, I'm not, like, you know, you tripping, you doing too much. We was just dancing. And mind y'all, I told y'all that me and Joe had a thing where he convinced me that dancing with people in the club was not a big deal. It's just dancing until he seen me dancing. Yeah. So she was like, yeah, it's not like that. Mind you, you the same hoe that said that last time, and then I ended up finding out that your homegirl my man, and then couldn't find out they was on some switch. Yeah, I found out they was on some switcheroo shit too with them. So I was just kind of like annoyed, like, cause no, you got me fucked up. You not about to play in my face and then be like, what? I don't like him. This is my friend. So I was just like, Benzino, you got her fucked up. Da da da. I'm kind of like faded at this point. I'm just like cussing. I used to be, when I was younger, I kind of was like a turned up drunk. I ain't even gonna hold you. And yeah, so Joe, he like, no, at this point the girl, I don't know where she went, because Joe like put me in a corner and he talking to me and just trying to like throw my mind off of what the fuck was going on, because at some point he started trying to make me dance on him, and I'm just thinking like, did you not just hear what I said? So anyway, I see Benzino and Alyssa, they in a corner kissing. Oh, I was pissed. We end up still staying there for like a cool night, like the whole night or whatever like that. I did see the girl that Joe was dancing with. At some point, she would just be like staring in and say shit. When we was leaving out the club, tell me the fuck why they was over here lingering around us. Ho, what? They was lingering around us, which was fucking crazy. We ended up running into one of these boys. I didn't really know him for real, but you know when like you just out and about all the time, you see the same people. It used to be this boy, and we used to always like laugh or something with each other. I really don't even know what our dynamics was about. Like we would just say some weird shit to each other, not like weird in a bad way though, but like I seen him and he was saying everybody was coming back to his house. So I was like, well, me and Alyssa is going to, and so is you and Joe and Benzino, because I already knew how this would have went. Alyssa is banned from Joe's house, so we can't just go spend the night there. So I'm like, yeah, we finna go over there. I'm finna tell my grandma I'm standing out at somebody else's house. Come on, let's go. Because the girl was like, oh, Benzino, like, you still gonna make sure, like, take us halfway, because you know we don't want to be on the bus by ourselves. So I said, no, y'all bitches gonna be on the bus by your motherfucking self. So the other girl was like, bitch, you doing all that? Don't nobody even want that motherfucking nigga. Like, now we getting into it. Me and old girls getting into it. We going back and forth. Benzino got his arm around Alyssa, as he should, because y'all can beat your ass at this point. But he got her. So at this point, Joe just doing the most, and he started cussing out the girl like, bitch, you doing too much. Don't be talking to my bitch like you lost your motherfucking mind. So he getting into it with her too, with me. I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, all right. He got my back. I was kind of excited. But anyway, so yeah, we kind of got into it or whatever. She doing the most, and she was like, bitch, when I catch you, da-da-da, I'm like, I'm right here. Mind you, a lot of people fight after the club. I'm like, I'm right here, like, we could fight right now. And Joe was just like, yeah, I should let her beat your ass, da-da-da-da-da. But no, you not finna fight her, like, you a weird ass bitch, get the fuck from over here, like, this bitch weird, da-da-da-da. So she's like, okay, like, it was just a whole big thing. We ended up leaving to go get on the bus to go to old boy house so we could stay the night, which we did. We did stay the night at that random fucking boy house. He got everybody staying the night, a whole bunch of random ass people from the club. So y'all, tell me why we're gonna fast forward like a few days later, because it's gonna have to be a part 2, because this story is just crazy. Well, it's not a part 2, but it's just something that transpired after this situation or whatever. Y'all, long story motherfucking short, because I don't know how long I've been recording, because I paused at one point, if y'all could tell, and then I came back like 40 minutes later. So long story short, y'all, by the next day when I got home, I'm checking my Facebook, y'all, the girl sent me messages of her and Joe. She telling me like, oh, that's crazy that he was trying to do the most and da-da-da-da-da, where he was hitting her up, talking about some, yeah, you better than my girlfriend, saying she sucked glizzy better than me, which, I mean, she probably did, because what the fuck? So I was just like, what? I was pissed off. She sent me these messages, y'all. I'm mad. Like, I was pissed. I was kind of hurt, because I'm just like, damn, you did the fucking most to try to save face, and this hoe exposed you. But she didn't post it, because one thing about it, oh, I hated being embarrassed, y'all. That really is gonna make me mad. If you really want... hated being embarrassed. So she was like sending it to me, and she was like, yeah, you doing all that for a nigga that was just in my mother. Basically, y'all, this man, well, this boy, before they had left, when they had left from us, they went to their house and they went and did what they was doing with us with that. Y'all, I was pissed. Oh my God. So I'm hitting up Joe. He like, oh, that bitch is lying, da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. And I'm like, no, she's saying this. Mind you, they was in there, they was having like a hot box session, and she took a picture. It was blurry, but you could see that is Joe and Benzino right there. I guess she was probably trying to quick take it, because he probably wasn't finna let her take no picture of him or some shit, because you know. But yeah, the picture was blurry, but I knew that was Joe. Like, I knew this is my boyfriend. So y'all, I was just pissed off. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was so mad. I was embarrassed, and I really, every time, like, it would just, y'all, I was so embarrassed. So at this point, I was beefing with him and oh girl, mind you, oh girl, his homegirl. I'm telling Alyssa what happened with Benzino. She not trying to hear none of that. She like, well, we did just get together yesterday. He did ask me to be, girl, it was a whole big thing, and me and Benzino, we fell out after this situation, and for multiple reasons. But yeah, that's another story time for another motherfucking day. Because just remember when Alyssa said she was feeling pregnant in the club? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's it basically. 2 men or freak off, whatever, gone wrong. It went absolutely wrong because for a long time, for multiple reasons, a long time I didn't go to Joe's house. I'm not even gonna say a long time, probably like 3 weeks. I didn't go to Joe's house because one, I was embarrassed to be around his people, because anytime we would do anything, if I spent the night there, it'd be late night, everybody motherfucking sleep, and nobody know, because I'm in their house just screaming like I'm in a motherfucking corno. YouTube, I said corn. I'm not like screaming like I'm in one of those. And then it's like, 2, you literally got exposed for messing with this girl, and you was just messing with her right after you was with me, and then you over here talking about how I bitch you and all of a sudden you bitch. So it was like a big motherfucking thing. I ain't even gonna hold you. So yeah, I wasn't at his house. He'll come to my house though, because Jordan, yeah, if I avoid him, he gonna be like, oh, you ain't no avoiding me. Joe would literally just pop the fuck up. And then my thing is, this would be annoying because sometimes the front door would be unlocked. He would pop up and just walk in the house. This boy was disrespectful, because bitch, who told you could just walk inside our house? That's why my grandma didn't like that man, that boy. She'd be like, oh hell no. She would really be looking like, the fuck? And I have to play it off like, oh, I told him the door was unlocked. And that whole time I'm like, why the fuck would you just walk in our house? Like, who the fuck you think you are? So anyway, yeah, it was just a whole big thing after that, because y'all found out my man was cheating on me for the 700th time around that time. Yeah. And Benzino had me fucked up too. I was mad at Benzino for, yeah, like I said, multiple reasons. But that's it for this story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Y'all already know I love you guys so much. I'm about to be back in my consistent bag. Y'all know October is coming up, and I want to do Vlogtober, but I'm gonna do it in a little spin way. I might not do every day, so do not hold me to no everyday ass shit. But I would be participating in Vlogtober, doing all type of like spooky stuff, cute stuff, whatever like that. But I love you guys so much. Again, thank you to everybody who reached out to me. It felt so good just now, like recording this story. Like, y'all don't understand, I've been crying for days. Literally, I was crying so much for days that my eyes wouldn't even go down when I'd be putting on the under eye patches. It was just bad. But I have been just going through a lot, and today I woke up in better spirits, knowing that I was gonna record for y'all, and then sitting here recording, I was in whole better spirits. I don't know if y'all could tell or whatever like that, but it's been good. This is my first time looking some type of way, because y'all, I've been down bad. But I'll do a life update in my vlog or something like that if you're interested. But I love you guys so much. I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.